Hello, good evening, and welcome to this evening's early night edition of Monday Night Football, bringing you live coverage of the second playoff match between Lorenzo's Legends and Frankie meets the Wolfman. Andy, how are we?
I'm all right, thank you. How are you, Gav?
Oh, I'm excited about this playoff football. We already had one result. Bleeding Hippie goes straight back to the final. It's been done before, hasn't it? A retention, but it'd be nice to see someone else retain a title. This will be the third time.
Yeah.
Third time this will be, wouldn't it? Because Hon did it, as I remember, and I think a little time before Hon did it, there was some other guy that did it as well.
Some nobody. I don't know. I think he's like Gary Lineker. He was great in his day, and now he's had to retire to be a football pundit.
I know,
That's
right?
What's happened to him?
And clings on, cup triumphs is the one thing that he's got. So
yeah. Well, he hasn't won it yet, but he probably will. So we'll move on to that next week.
When is the cup final, by the way?
I don't think Dan Dievo's actually organised it yet.
Dan Dievo, okay.
Yeah, he's still got to sort out. He was gonna stream it live tonight, but apparently a playoff semi-final is more important than the cup final.
No, Pidpad. As far as I know, nobody has won both the OCC and the UKBBL. Although you'd have to give me a list of OCC winners, and I would be able to confirm that. Right.
No, we're lucky no one's ever done it.
Let's have a quick look at these teams that we've got going on tonight then. So let's have a look at the home team first. I think they're seeded number one overall in the whole of the playoffs. It doesn't matter, to be honest. Obviously, in our playoffs, the home team has the home field advantage, just like the NFL. But neither of these two clubs that we're watching tonight have any upgrades on their stadium as yet. So here's Lorenzo's Legends. Who are the players to watch out for, Andy?
Well, he's got a couple of movement 9 catches, hasn't he? I think
he's got
like
three,
or something.
3 of them. Yeah, 3 movement 9 catches. One of those does have block, dodge, and sidestep. So he's a bit of a talent. We'll be watching for Sonic to do great things. But also there is a mighty blow, tackle, sidestepping, dodging blitzer as well. Kamina, who's highlighted there, and of course not to forget Whacker, the thrower. Sure hands, dodge, block, and accurate. What more can you need from a thrower? Lorenzo chose not to have the spa day, so Vincent is still sitting out this match.
It's interesting. That's a tactical ploy.
He's got 12
that
players.
Keeps his fun factor up.
12 players, keeps his fan factor up, and he's running at a TV of 1840, which is still 50 higher than Frankie meets the Wolfman. So, good evening, Mailer. Good evening, Loki Star. Good evening, Pid. Good evening, OM2. Good evening, Bushranger. Good evening, Farron. And good evening, 20p. Let's have a quick look at Frankie meets the Wolfman. Obviously, the star here is Bela Lugosi, the mighty blow werewolf, who does have all the other usual werewolfy skills. Plenty of guard on this team as well. So, prediction for the match last week, 2 weeks ago, because we didn't have a show last week, Andy. Prediction for this match is that we're going to have an all necro final. That's what your smart money was on, wasn't it?
It was indeed, and I was wondering if you'd remembered that I predicted one of the 2 playoffs correctly.
You did.
I
did.
Wonder.
Yeah. This is. If you get this one right, then your transition into pundit from former decent player is done, and you'll be on TV forever. So yeah, all necro final will of course mean that the first 2 seasons in Blood Bowl 2 have been won by Premiership East, and let's not forget, East is the beast.
West is best. Anyway, moving on from that.
Are you in West or East, Andy? You're in West, aren't you?
I'm in West, yeah.
It's been a while since West have won anything. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's see if this match is up and running yet.
What would be a shame, though, obviously, is if Lorenzo's team gets murderized, and then he can't compete next season.
Oh, and they're live. They're live. We're going live, ladies and gentlemen. Going live. Taking wagers. 2-1. Bela Lugosi is seriously injured or worse in this match. That doesn't suit Andy, though. And it doesn't really make any difference, to be honest, because Jelliot's leaving the league this season. So
I see a couple of people who were leaving, just as a point of order, a couple of people who were leaving have changed their mind, actually.
They have. Well, only one that I know of.
Okay. Well, it's still nice to have Corky back.
Yeah. And we've had a blitz, I think. Have we had a blitz? Let's just skip back a little bit.
So I think we should watch. Let's just watch it from the beginning.
Go right back to the start because we'll catch up quite quickly. Right.
It looks very blitzy, doesn't it?
It does look very blitzy. Let's have a look. This is exciting. Oh, I do love the playoffs. Do love the playoffs. Plenty to talk about tonight as well, because obviously the divisional lists have come out since we were last live on air, and Games Workshop have obviously released Death Zone Season 2 as well, so lots and lots for us to talk about. Including some new star players, which might be interesting to look at. So we've just got the setup going on right now. Let's just skip through the setup. There we go. So it was weather nice. Frankie Meets the Wolfman rolled a 7 on the fame, and Lorenzo's got 6, but because I don't know what their fame is, I don't know what that means. Someone's got the fame. I guess we'll find out on some of the kickoff tables. Nice weather. Nice to have a match not ruined by the weather. I've just bought a dome, don't you know? Games Workshop also released some goblins as well. Yes, some awful goblins. What's the stats of the twins? We'll have a look at that. Oh, and it was a blitz, correctly called by us. And it's an incredibly deep blitz as well.
Yeah, but with the millions of movement players, it won't be a problem.
Indeed. And that guard lineman comes straight in. Makes the hole. Oh, that's unbelievable kickoff result.
If someone could kill that blitzer, that'd be great.
Out of interest, in this situation, don't you think it's rather brave for Lorenzo to have his thrower on the pitch?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Having now played a fair chunk of High Elf, the thrower only comes for me on offense. Granted, the way that I've skilled the thrower is slightly differently, and he hasn't got anywhere. In fact, when I say skilled him, he hasn't got anywhere near as many star player points. But I don't feel him on defense.
Wow, that's a double guard set up on that werewolf there. That's nice. I like that over there. I'm going to try my best just for Pidpad tonight to concentrate, and that's our first armour breaking tonight. I'm going to try my best just for Pidpad to focus on camera work. Just for you, Pid. Pidpad's bought the goblins. Is that a 7-3-5 thrower? No, it's not. Oh, you're talking about the twins from Death Zone Season 2. I have the book here. In fact, it's right here. So I have my quick reference guide. There it is. Arrived today, ready for the show.
Yep, first KO.
There's the second one. Or was that the one you were just talking about?
Sonic's KO'd as well.
Oh, that's
an expensive blitz. Minus 2 players already.
Yeah, that's painful, isn't it? Big pick-up coming though, isn't there? This is a sure hands goal, I suppose.
I suspect he's going to hand it off to the wall.
Or the one that he's just moved all the way over there? Bela Lugosi.
Or you could go and hide behind the wall. I don't know.
Do you want to hand it off to your kill piece though?
Well, where can the ghoul get? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the ball. Sorry, 4 to the ball.
Yeah, 5
back. Yeah, you can go. Maybe he's going to go and hide it. I don't know. I don't know what he's planning on doing. Oh dear. Oh dear, I wouldn't have done that. That's just made the problem worse. It's like squeezing a turd, isn't it? The harder you squeeze it, the more it just slides down your hand. You're like, I didn't want to do that.
Well, he's picked up the ball. Now what are you going to do with it? Big decision coming up here for the undead.
I can't see any way.
He's running out of time.
They're not going to get.
It's down to 2 seconds.
They're not going to get 2 dice on this ball. They're going to get 2 dice on the ball. It's a question of what's going to happen next. The wolf's got to dodge out short.
That's an unbelievable double dodge by the zombie! Oh wow! Where did that
Well, you can do anything on 5, 6, 6, 5, or pretty much anything.
Well, Slit the zombie has just made play of the match there. Help. Okay. Oh dear.
Well, that was a thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well.
Oh, could have been a surf. That could have been a surf.
It could have been, but.
Rolled that.
Would you have re-rolled it though?
It's me. I'd have re-rolled it. I don't know. Actually, to be honest, I probably wouldn't have blitzed it because I'd have gone put a load of pressure on the ball. Because once he cages up, you're not getting it back.
You kind of want to keep those 5 players at the back separated from your golems, don't you?
Yeah.
He's not having the nicest of dice at the moment. He needs to get some powers. He did have the blitz though, so I suppose. But since the blitz, it's all gone a bit Pete Tong for Lorenzo so far. He won't be able to. He won't know what's in with that double zombie dodge. That was just quite ridiculous.
That doesn't make sense. Why have you not put more? That doesn't make sense. The sidestepping guy needs to go on the ball.
There is a sidestepping guy on the ball.
Oh.
Don't forget, I mean, even if the High Elves concede here, it's not like they've lost anything. I mean, they've lost a good opportunity, I suppose, to... Funnily enough, Jelil did not take the Babe, and I'm pretty certain that Jelil's TV was 50k higher. So. Yeah, I agree, I am too. I think there's nothing lost here for the High Elves. This is the first exchange, and you know, my daughter's blowing bubbles at me here, which is brilliant. Thank you. I feel scared for the thrower.
I wouldn't feel very confident if I was a thrower.
I mean, I know he's got blodge, but my throwers always have a tendency to get themselves in all sorts of doo-doo. So.
You know what I'd do here? I'd actually surf the... no, I wouldn't. No, never mind. I just can't get surfing out of my head. I just keep surfing stuff. You can make it 2 dice into 2 dice on the sidestepping blitzer.
They're going for a 3 dice block on this Kamina here. And to be fair... Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting that guy to do the blitz though. That's all he needs though. And this is the piling on piece.
He's going to get crunched now.
He is going to get crunched because Kamina is the hurty piece on the elf team. Okay, do you pile on here? I think you do.
Yeah, 3 extra on roll.
No, he's good. He's good. Do you put a boot in?
Not in this position. Would I want to? Yes, just not in this position. Because the next thing I'd want to be looking at is, can I work out how to get 2 dice with a wolf on something? Because probably go after the catcher. Can I make the ball safe?
Do you go after the catcher or do you go after the other blitzer?
Blitzer's got side steps. Probably a pain to deal with. I'm just working out whether you can do it. I don't think you've got resource left to do it.
I think you can. You can make it 2 into 2.
You can't make the ball safe afterwards, I think, is the problem. I don't think you can.
Blimey. Oh, he's just caging up. Okay. Okay.
You just dodge the white out, and then if you really want to, you could then foul afterwards, but you've got to dodge the white out first, otherwise that's going in the hot dog stand.
Oh, he's fouling. We're going in with a foul.
And I think the white dodge is more.
Oh, broken. And knocked him out. Cool, if that had been a dirty player piece there, that would have been him done for the game. And there was a dirty player piece there as well, annoyingly. Some big kickoff knockout rolls coming up already.
He's 3 down. 3 down and the ball's now caged. The opportunity's gone for me. I think this is 1-0. 1-0 Necro.
All from that zombie. Who, by the way, is the same zombie that just fouled. Slit was the one that just removed the kill piece. So far, Slit is the guy to watch. What a guy. Okay, are we going to see columns now?
Yeah, the only thing that won't work on the Elf Plus side is that he's got a long way to run.
Yeah, it's deep, isn't it? And Necro are slow, and having the flesh golems and the zombies that far back does cause issues, doesn't it?
Yeah. But I also think that the problem is that he's only got that Mighty Blow planning on white is just going to tear through his team. Because the next target, next turn, the place to hit is the guard guy that's only got guard. So that's going to get crunched next turn. And the whole thing just rolls forward. And then the turn after you'll be able to start hitting things that haven't got any skills. I'd be very fearful if I was the elf team.
Do you know who Tim Lone reminds me of? Another famous white player, Andy.
He's never been a shit orc.
Well, he's very similar to Ulrich, isn't he? Just missing that AV boost. Did Ulrich have it?
No, I think Ulrich. I don't think Ulrich had guard. Yeah, jump up for sure.
He had the Mighty Blow piling on. And the tackle.
Yeah, Mighty Blow piling on.
I'm going to have a look. Ulrich the Orator. Have a look. That legend from yesteryear.
Numanto's asked question. MBPO is better in situation than MB Claw Frenzy.
It's situation.
Against
surely.
Armour 8. Well, against Armour 8, Mighty Blow Claw is within 1% or the same as Mighty Blow piling on in terms of pitch removal. It's basically the same.
Ulrich the Orator, towards the end of his career, he did have +1 armour, but towards the end of his career he lost it again. He had Juggernaut as well, so that's what made him so dangerous. The Juggernaut negated the wrestle. That's why I used to hate playing him.
Yeah. So
no guard.
Frenzy,
You're right.
Frenzy wins out here because, as Pip has just said, the zone is more important. What people tend to see with Mighty Blow piling on, is you'll see spiky damage. So you get no armor rate, pitch removal, because you tend to pile on the pitch removals, the armor breaks, and don't pile on the non-armor break.
Yeah. So for those of you that have just joined us, the High Elves had an opening blitz, and what we've seen has just been some absolute supreme skill from Jelliel, and specifically this zombie here called Slit, who's bringing up the rear, as it were now. The Necro were able to remove a couple of pieces, to some early blocking, and then to shore up the cage on this chap that's got the ball now, Anthony Hopkins. Slit did dodge through tackle zones to shore up the corner of the cage, and then he subsequently has fouled Star. Oh dear! He subsequently fouled the Star high elf blitzer off the pitch. This chap here, Kamina. So Slit has been the superstar so far. So the high elves now have fallen back onto a sort of loose column defence and trying to slow them up and hope they can force the Necros faster pieces to leave the flesh golems and zombies behind. So, Andy, I understand that you've managed to get to the FA Cup final.
Yes, somehow.
You've had a couple of lucky results on the way, by all accounts, haven't you?
Yeah, one or two.
One or two. I know of at least 2 in a row that would be considered lucky.
No.
No,
I have been fairly lucky. Or my opponent's been bad. I don't know which one it is. No, I have been lucky.
Ouch.
No, I have. There's more than one of my opponents in the channel, and I have genuinely been fairly lucky.
Pad's come in with the predicting the annoying defence that almost is good enough, and then a turn 8 score just barely by rolling 4+ into 4+, something like that. I quite like that. So you're playing against Philadelphia's Dwarves in the final. Rowan Breeze. You played them in the league this season, and I suppose if the West isn't good enough to win the league, then winning the cup's better than nothing. So in your league match against Philadelphia earlier in the season, how did that go?
I think actually I was away on a holiday that week. It was one of the ones I didn't do so well.
No, it's definitely been played. I've seen the stats. It was definitely played. How did it go?
No, Minotaur was definitely on holiday that week. He was fucking awful. It was unfortunately, it was a narrow 2-1 loss.
2-1 loss, eh? So feeling like you can correct that in the FA Cup final, the Far Albion Cup final.
Maybe. My team's come along, but so has his, unfortunately. I've got all the kill skills, he's got all the guard. And by all the guard, I think all 11 players have got guard. It's not very nice.
Now, a little bit of interest for the viewers for the FA Cup final. I believe with the format that we are doing the FA Cup in, I believe you have free choice to select the home pitch or to select which pitch you're playing on.
Oh, right.
So
okay.
I want to actually use you after the show tonight to actually test something out. And then next season we'll have neutral venues for the semi-finals and the final, and it will be they'll be announced at the start of the tournament, so we won't have a clue who's playing in them. And some of the neutral stadiums that they have in the game do include some of the other inducements, which will be quite interesting. And then you can play in the level 3 and level 4 stadiums as well.
Oh, that'd be good.
So I just want to test something out, see if it works, but I think it will.
Oh, I think we're going to see a foul.
And quite right too. I mean, in this situation, you want to start removing elves, don't you? Where's your dirty player piece? Here he is, Peter Jackson, coming in for the foul. This will be a +4 to the foul. The only problem is
armor 5.
The only problem you've got here, if you are the Necro, is you're boxing yourself in, and then the elves can use the sideline defender.
Yeah.
Knocked out. Doesn't matter if you keep removing players like that. Oh, it's such a shame to see High Elves capitulating in this way. They've been to the playoffs several times. They've never got to a final.
Do you know, I might play High Elves in UKBBL. I'm really, 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 really enjoying them. I enjoy them actually. And I can't believe I'm going to say this. I enjoy them more than I do playing Dark Elves in League.
Really?
What? Yeah, I think they are so much fun. I really enjoy them.
Okay.
I know that's just such a bold statement, but I
Can't come back after 6 or 7 seasons in the top division.
Oh, they're so good fun. My concern with them though is that they are very overpowered.
Okay, viewers, Andy's statement is High Elves are very overpowered. What is more overpowered, viewers? High Elves or Dark Elves? The Waitrix agrees though, so does Pidpad.
High Elves. High Elves are.
High Elves are the best elves.
Oh dear, I wouldn't have done that. That's crazy.
Unless you're going to hit the white.
But why?
It's not the white you want to hit, really, is it? It's the other white you want to hit.
Wrong one. Why hit that one? That's really weird.
Jeepers.
Okay. That's just giving away more hits. That's exactly what you don't want to do in here, in my opinion. If I was going to blitz something, I would have blitzed the wrestle zombie at the end, just so I can hit something.
Do you think funny, isn't it? Because earlier in the season, hello Ceremal, good evening. So High Elves, no M2 is saying Skaven are more overpowered. Bushranger, High Elves are more overpowered, but Dark Elves have a few extra tricks up their sleeve.
I don't think they do, actually. And I think the thing that I think makes the High Elves slightly better than the Dark Elves, and I was thinking about this in the shower this morning.
Oh my god, really?
I was bored in the shower, take the two rosters. So a starting Dark Elf roster and a starting High Elf roster. Starting High Elf roster in my world would be 2 blitzers, 1 catcher, the rest linemen, and 3 rerolls, which is quite nice. It's a starting roster. And what do you need? And then you thought to myself, right, what do I need to add to that to make it a fully functional roster? And in my world, that would be a High Elf catcher and a thrower. So that's 2 lots of 90. So the team roster is 1180. Ignore the apothecary because it's the same on both. So
how many rerolls?
3 rerolls. So 3 rerolls, 13
Okay.
players, 3 catchers, a thrower, 2 blitzers, and the rest linemen. 2 movement 8 pieces, 2 movement 7 pieces, and the rest movement 6. A starting Dark Elf roster. That'd be 4 blitzers and a runner, and the rest linemen, and 2 rerolls. So what you're going to buy both your Witch Elves. They're 110 each, and you've got to buy another reroll to get to 3. So that is another 270. So a start of sort of a 13-man comparable Dark Elf roster.
Reroll used there, and
Yep,
didn't move the player out of the way.
No. Is another 90 TV more for the same money. And I thought, right, what skills do you get? Because it's also a little bit about skills. And you've traded 2 block, 2 dodge, 2 frenzy, jump up, but 4, 2 catch,
And
a
dump
pass,
off. And a dump off.
and a dump off. All right, and a dump off. 4, 2 pass. Sorry, 1 pass, 2 catch. So you've not really lost a lot, but you have lost 100 TV nearly. And you can build them however you like because they're a blank slate. So I think at lower TV they're much weaker, but once they get higher and higher, they become stronger and stronger. And I like that. I really like that, and I found them really, really strong in both public matchmaking and league play.
So, but that's not going to happen until you've proved your point with your Chaos team.
No, it's
Your
not.
words, Andy. And as we've already established this season that you're never going to do that because you're just not that good with chaos. Although, didn't you say a couple of weeks ago that you think you're better with chaos than dark elves?
I do, yeah. I think
Oh, he still thinks that.
In league play, I think I'm pretty good with most races, if I'm honest. But
Oh, and modest too.
yeah, well, how do you say that without sounding like a knobhead? And then the viewers sort of tune in for they tolerate my bollocks anyway, so I think I'm allowed to say it.
Oh, blitz from the thrower here. What a hero that thrower is. Whacker. I'd punch him too, he's just tripped up one of your dodge pieces. I suspect Lorenzo didn't spot tackle on that zombie. Oh, and there's the tackle. That's okay. We'll just take the shoe to the face next turn. Okay, well there's a great big hole now. Just like the Necro wanted.
Yeah. Oh dear. Well, that's the hole they're going to run through. That's going to be 1-0.
Yeah, with Dark Elves, if you really want 3 rerolls handy, you just start with 3 blitzers instead.
Yeah, but my point is, it's not what roster you really start with. It's can you make a reasonable starting roster and then add 2 positionals to fill the roster out? And the answer in both questions for me is yes. Some people will argue that I would run 4 catchers, or they would run 2 throwers. And I personally think, and have experience, that that's just too much. That's just fluff and a waste of money.
There aren't any inducements here, by the way, Robbo.
So, Sarah, to answer your question, speaking of piles, I'm running in OCC and wrestle line elf rolled a 12. What do you take? I'll take the strength, please, Bob. And do you know what I'd then do with it, Sarah? I would then put leap on it, and I would build it into your cage breaker. You go. Oh, hang on a second, I've locked my girlfriend out of the house. She's not very happy. Back in a minute.
Andy feels so secure where he lives that he has to lock the door when he's in the house. That's all I'm going to say. Right, so we've got a hole in the water in the high elf lines, in their glorious high elf burgundy, and the necro playing in the standard. Oh, and the blitz onto the thrower, and double 1 on the armour. There's the piling on piece when you want him. That's who should be hitting there, surely. Pile on piece with tackle. No, this Mailer, that won't be the case. I don't think she'll be angry because Andy and Eva, I think her name is, they're still in the early stages. I mean, they're under 2 years, so they're not at that stage yet. No, they're still at that stage where you lock her out the house accidentally. You have a little laugh about it. So he's probably got his headset on as well. He can probably still hear us. He just can't talk to us. So yeah, he's such a twat, isn't he? Right, so the Necro, make use of that gap, come through, 2 werewolves, all the mobile pieces that you want, the 5 most mobile pieces on the pitch, as far as the Necro are through the high elf lines now, leaving the flesh golems and the zombies to hide everything else off. So I'm going to be pleased with that. Who's actually sold any players on the transfer market? I know Ceramol has. I know I have as well. I sold a player on the transfer market. And further information on what's going to be happening with the transfer market for next season in the next couple of weeks. The big guys are moulding the UKBBL's rule future. So we're waiting for that to happen. Don't think, by the way, that Andy's taking so long that he lives in some kind of mansion with 13 staircases, etc. He hasn't got a great big house. It's a tiny little place. And we're going to see a foul on this blitzer as well. Here he comes, Mr. Fowley Piece. Peter
No, the
Jackson.
reason I've been gone so long is I had to calm her down. Honestly, I thought she was going to pull a 9. No, she's fine. It's fine. But if I do suddenly go very quiet, can someone please call, please?
I was explaining to everyone how she wouldn't be angry if you locked her out of the house because you're still in the early stages of your relationship. And
Oh yeah, we still love each other. It's great. Quite pleased. I still look forward to going to bed and all that sort of stuff.
Nice. It's too much. It's too much.
Too much? Okay. So there's 2 high elves stood up. That's probably not enough to stop a score, is it?
Who's the target for the blitz here? I'll tell you what you do. You leave the thrower lying down.
No, you don't.
No, he's running away. Oh, I don't like it.
You don't stand the thrower up. The thrower gets gang fouled. And in fact, you're going to receive 1 more dirty player foul. So next turn, Jaleel has got 1 massive dirty player foul to throw.
Who do you foul though?
Let's have a look. The blitz are lying down because it's the most annoying.
Oh, that's a nice down. Broken armour here will be stellar. Ooh, and he's knocked out the killer. And now he's got a tackle zone on the ball carrier. Like a true elf, that. That's big.
Stupid
it's
elf.
so close to being a Kaz as well.
You need to build. All elves need to build themselves a leapy cage breaker type elf. That's my opinion.
Oh, he's taking the reroll. So he's not giving up on this. I think he's trying to minimise the number of assists you can get onto that foul.
I agree. I think he is.